Hello and welcome to Mission 3, Lesson 37. This is the last lesson from Zern for this mission. So this is our last lesson for Mission 3. So we're kind of wrapping up here with multiplication and working on 2 by 2 multiplication a little more to kind of finish things off. So our student objective for this lesson is to transition from 4 partial products to the standard algorithm for 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. Okay. So we're going to take a look at the partial product method using the area model in comparison side by side with the standard algorithm. And so therefore you can decide which way is going to work best for you for solving 2 by 2 multiplication. So let's take a look at an example and we'll solve it both ways. So let's take a look at this example. And if we're given the equation 52 minus 34, and we were asked to find the product of 52 times 34. Now, we're going to look at it 2 different ways. We're going to look at it using the area model way, and then we're also going to look at it using these standard algorithm way, the old-fashioned way that your parents probably did it as well. So, now, if we did 52 times 34, again, we're going to break down 52 and 34, and we've drawn out our area model here. See 4 boxes right there. And so I'm going to break 52 down to 50 and 2, and I'm going to break 34 down into 30 and 4. And what am I going to do now? Well, I'm going to multiply. Let's change colors here. There we go. And so in this box, I do 50 times 30. So 5 times 3 is 15. And then the 2 zeros. So 1,500. And then I do 2 times 30. Well, 3 times 2 is 6 plus 0 at the end is 60. And then now I do 50 times 4. 50 times 4. 5 times 4 is 20. And then with that extra 0 that I had originally taken off. And now I do 2 times 4. 2 times 4. And 2 times 4 is 8. Okay. So now I have the 4 numbers, these 4 partial products, and I just need to add them up. So again, I like to do the top row. I like to go, well, 1,500 plus 60 is 1,560. And then the bottom row, 200 plus 8 is 208. Now I'm just going to add them. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 5 is 7. And then 1 plus nothing there is 1. So 1,768. Now, we're going to take a look at the same problem, but using the standard algorithm or partial products method. And we should end up with the same number. Right, so what we should see is that, hey, regardless of what way we choose to do it, that we can still end up with the same product. Okay, so here, if I'm doing it just this standard way, I just set it up just like this. So it looks like this. 2 numbers on top of each other, 52 times 34. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is, for the start, I'm going to forget about those 3 tenths. I'm just going to forget about them for a minute. Okay, and I'm just going to focus on the 4 ones. Because what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do my 4 ones times 2 and my 4 ones times 5 tenths. Okay, so you're just imagining right now you're solving this the standard way, and it was 52 times 4. Well, so I go 4 times 2 is 8, and 4 times 5 is 20. 208. Now, what I want to do, though, and what I want to make sure what I do for the second part is I have to start a second row. I'm starting a second row below the 208. And I'm doing this for the tens place, right? Because I need to do the 3 tens times 2 ones and the 3 tens times 5 tens. So what do I have to start? And this is the key. If you are going to do it this way, when you make your second row here, you automatically have to put a 0 have to start it with a 0. Well, why do you have to put a 0 automatically? Is because we are in the tens place. The tens have 1 0. So we are saying, hey, there's a 0 there because we're starting in the tens place. And that way we don't have to worry about it from then forward. Okay? But you have to put this 0. This 0 is important. You have to put it, otherwise it doesn't work. Okay? We've used the 4 now, so I can forget about it. I don't need to do anything else with that. But all I'm going to do now is repeat the same steps with my 3 tens. So I'm going to go 3 times 2, which is actually 3 tens times 2 ones, but I've already put the 0 here. So it's 3 times 2. So I'm going to there. 3 times 2 is 6. And I just write the 6 right down there. And notice I'm putting it in the tens place there, and that's why I put the 0, so I remember what place I need to put it in. And then I do 3 times 5. And 3 times 5 is 15. Put it right there. And then, what do? I just need to add them. 8 plus 0 is 8. 6 plus 0 is 6. 5 plus 2 is 7. 1 plus nothing is 1. 1,768. And would you look at that? What do you see? Each way I did it, I got the same product. I got the same answer. Look at that. Because you can choose different methods to solve these problems. But you should end up at the same place with the same answer, right? So maybe that you find that you like this standard algorithm. And you're like, oh, that's a little quicker for me. I can keep track of that. You know, just got to remember to put a 0 here always and then forget about that. I think that's going to work for me, and I would like to solve them that way. Okay, great. Maybe you're like, doing the area model works best for me. I want to keep doing it that way. That's okay too. Okay? Choose whichever method is you are going to find the most success with and stick with that method. Okay? I often recommend, especially for this year, for 2x2, is the area model. That's my personal preference. I think being able to break it down like that, it helps, keeps things clean, keeps things simple. The problem with the standard algorithm is you got to remember, to put that 0, you got to remember which order you have to go and when you multiply, all of that. So whereas in this case, area model doesn't really matter, but it's up to you. So you can choose. But we did want you to expose you to the standard algorithm way. And if you choose to do that, you can do that. All right. I wish you well on your math journey today. And as always, if you have questions or need assistance, let me or your teacher know.